Oh shit, man! I'm muted, bro. Thanks, Steve, for saving my ass, man. Welcome, guys. First of all, to the football rig, man. What a big loss. I'm gonna take the L. Steve. I'm gonna take the L. First of all, welcome to the football rig. This is the AAR, the after action review. This is week number 4 in the Premier League, match week number 4. I'm gonna talk about all the results that happened in the Premier League. Thank you, Steve. I mean, you saved my ass here, man. Big up to you, buddy, and congratulations on the win. So in the AAR, the after action review, I'm going to talk about mostly the big 6 games and the contenders, and let's just dive into it, man. The first game I want to talk about is Arsenal game. Arsenal, won in a fantastic manner against Nottingham Forest. Yes, they're not really as a big club as the others, but still, I mean, Nottingham surprised us last season with their performance. They were here and there in the top 4 race and whatsoever, but Arsenal made a statement. They won 3-0, even though we didn't have Saka, we didn't have Saliba, and Odegaard got injured in the first 10 minutes. And to be honest, it was really great performance from Arsenal. And you can see here from the stats, we won 3-0. You can see the shots. We had 16 compared to 5, so that shows the levels of even an attack on target as well. 5 compared to 1. Possession wise, we were also better than them, and everything. I mean, we just dominated the game. Honestly speaking, we dominated the game, and it was a very great performance from Arsenal. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with Matchweek. He put on a great performance. I don't know if he's worth 52 million yet, but still, I mean, I thought he was one of the best players, even though he didn't score or assisted, but still one of the great performances. And to be honest, one player that I'm surprised about is Mosquera. Mosquera showed levels. We didn't feel any I mean, we didn't really miss Saliba, and that's one of the best compliments I can give you is when you don't miss your most or your best center back, or arguably one of the best center backs in the whole of Europe. That means that you're doing your job in a great manner. I mean, Mosquera, man, was there. I mean, I love the guy. I mean, 21 years old with 13 million pound. I think that's a huge bargain, a huge bargain. Well done, Berta, with that signing. But yeah, man, Arsenal 3 points, 3 goals, clean sheet. Excellent performance. Excellent performance. And you know what? We're gonna go next. Let's see what's next, man. I think the next game for Arsenal is gonna be City, so it's gonna be a very tough game, very tough game. So let's talk about the next game. The next game we have, obviously, man, Chelsea. Chelsea, what happened to Chelsea, man? Chelsea, what happened to Chelsea, bro? Chelsea drew 2-2 to Brentford, one of the London derbies. Brentford scored in the last minute. And, I thought Chelsea would have been better this season, to be honest. I thought they're going to be really competing in the top, in the Premier League. But they're putting on performances. And I mean, the performance is good. You can see it even in the stats. The performance is good. They have the possession, they have the shots, they have everything. But the score line, it's 2-2, man. And that's now how you want to start your campaign. I mean, does not really, send a message that you're here to compete, and especially when when you're playing the likes of Brentford. With all due respect to Brentford or any mid-table team or below that, I mean, you're supposed to win that. I know it's away, and Brentford is one of the good teams, but Brentford lost a lot of players. They lost Mbuemo, they lost Wissa, and Chelsea, reinforced their team in the summer. But still, I mean, to have and you're coming from the World Cup. Supposedly, you're the world champions, and you're drawing against Brentford. I mean, that's a bit shaky for Chelsea. A very shaky start, but still, they are here and there in the top 4 race so far. But do we see Chelsea competing until the end? I really don't see it. I don't, to be honest. But we'll wait and see. I mean, they have good players. They have Palmer. Pedro is very good. Joao Pedro is a very good signing. I think that's one of the best signings that they had. They added Garnacho. I don't really rate the player, but still, Neto is there. So there's a bunch of players in Chelsea, and of course Caicedo and Enzo. But I think Chelsea, doesn't have a spine when it comes to the defense and the goalkeeper. And that's where the weakness of Chelsea, I think, really, put them back in this. Specifically about this game, you can see the first goal. There was a long ball from Brentford, and they just, skimmed through the defense and cut through them like butter. And that's the problem with Chelsea, is the defense and the goalkeeper. I think if they, and they have an injury with Colwell. I think it's a season-long injury, but overall, I think Chelsea, if they want to compete, they really need a defender. And I heard they were, talking and discussing with Mark Gahey, so they might be able to snatch Mark Gahey from Liverpool. That's what I heard. I mean, when it comes to negotiation and when it comes to competing with specifically Liverpool, they always have Liverpool's number. And I'm sorry, Liverpool fans, but Chelsea always, beat you guys in the negotiation. I don't know how they do it. I mean, it's not like Chelsea is bigger than Liverpool, but I don't know how they managed to convince player. And the latest player we know is Caicedo. They convinced Caicedo to sign for Chelsea instead of Liverpool. But I mean, Chelsea really need to catch up, and we were gonna see what's gonna happen for Mosquera's team. But overall, they had a dagger from Fabio Carvalho at the minute 93, and that really put them down, and they drew this game and lost point. I'm really not gonna say a lot about Chelsea because it's very early in the season, and and for all teams, basically, for Arsenal, for Chelsea, for Liverpool, I think they didn't really hit the next gear. Everybody's just warming up a little bit. And it's important for you to catch the points from the beginning of the season. It is really crucial. And I think, for you to have points at the beginning, it really helps you build that momentum. It really helps you, go through tough times, and also gives you, I would say, a room for error later, because later, when you're playing in multiple competitions, you're playing in Europe, you're playing the FA Cup, you're playing the Carabao Cup. I think the schedule will be congested, and I think when you bag those 3 points as early as possible, it gives you a room to breathe, a room or space to breathe, or room or space for error as well. So it's very important for you to collect as much as you can from in terms of points from early of the season. The next game I'm going to talk about is the one that hurt me the most, is Liverpool. Liverpool won 1-0 versus Burnley in the 95th minute or 94th minute, if I recall correctly, a penalty by Salah. And Burnley managed to hold Liverpool up to the 80th minute. I know Liverpool was dominating. Nobody's saying Burnley played better than Liverpool, but when it comes to Burnley, they really defended well. They really, really defended well. And to be honest, for them to receive a penalty in the last minute, and they deserve the penalty. Nobody's disputing or arguing the penalty. It was a clear handball from Burnley player, and Salah just scored it. And to be honest, Liverpool looks a bit, I would say, edgy. I'm not sure what's going on with Liverpool. They're winning in the latest minutes, and it's happening, with every game for Liverpool. Even against Arsenal, when they won with a foul or a set piece from Szoboszlai. I'm not saying they don't deserve the win. They do. But is it really convincing? The performance from Liverpool? Not really. But even when you're not playing convincingly, and you still back 3 points, I think that shows the character of a champion. I want them to lose points. I want them to lose their games for us to enable us to, take the lead. But Liverpool are, getting those 3 points by any means necessary. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, is the character of any champion. A champion is when you're, at your worst when it comes to performance and form, you're still managing to bag 3 points. And that's important for any team, to be honest. If you want to win the league, then you have to get those 3 points by any means necessary. And Liverpool did that in the past 3-4 games, even versus Arsenal, man. And this is why I really, the most hateful result for me today is the Liverpool versus Burnley, because, we want them to lose points. We want to capitalize on when Liverpool loses point. When they draw, when they lose, we need to keep winning and winning. But it is what it is. Liverpool deservedly won the game. I mean, I cannot say that Burnley was, dominating them and they were, controlling the game whatsoever. Liverpool were controlling the whole game. But the weird part is we haven't seen Isak, not even in the bench. I don't know why. I mean, if Steve is here or any Liverpool fan can tell me why is Isak not in the bench? Did he not train well? Maybe he's not fit. I'm not sure, really. I'm not sure. But I think every Liverpool fan is excited to watch Isak. But we'll see. We'll see. We're probably going to see him next game for Liverpool. They have a lot of games coming up, so we're going to see what's going to happen. I want to see something quickly here. Okay. Moving on from Liverpool. Okay. We're going to move on to the next two games that is left, which is United and City and Tottenham versus West Ham. But I just want to look at something quickly. There's the table. I want to see who Liverpool is going to play next. So Liverpool are going to play Everton the derby is there, man. The derby is there. So I hope Everton, Jack Grealish, I'm hoping that you can do something. Jack Grealish, I'm hoping you can do something, buddy. But if you don't, it's fine. But we need somebody like Jack Grealish to be in his game, in form. I think he has like the highest assists so far in the Premier League. But let's talk about United, Manchester United. I can't believe Manchester United used to be my rivals. I mean, I hated their guts. I hated Sir Alex Ferguson so much, especially when they won against us 8-2. Damn. What happened? What happened to United? God knows. Only God knows what really happened to United, because I really don't. City won against United. And I think this is the start for City where they, start picking up confidence, started picking up great performances. They won 3-0 versus United. I mean, convincingly, even though they didn't really control the game in terms of possession and passes, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, Phil Foden scored. Erling Haaland scored two goals, and now he's in top of the league in terms of goals. He has 5 goals, where my guy, Gyökeres, has 3 goals, so 2 goals difference between them. And I think it's going to be very, very close when it comes to the top scorer of the league. I think Gyökeres and Haaland is going to take it to the next level. I think both are going to score over 20 goals this season. But let's see, man. Let's see. City dominated the game. Pep, set up the team to play effectively, and that's what I've seen the change a little bit in City. I mean, they used to play possession-based football, but we can see here, even from the stats, the possession is for United. They were dominating, but ineffectively, and City managed to hit them on the transition. City managed to be more effective on the ball. Erling Haaland was just clutch. Foden was clutch, and they won the game. They easily won the game, and comfortably, I would say. There was no competition whatsoever in the game. Even though, look at the stats, you look at the possession, passes, and pass accuracy for United, but ineffectively, and that's how I see the change in the City tactics. I think Pep managed to find a solution, and especially when he got Foden back, and Haaland now is on the rise when it comes to he's in form, so he's really utilizing the best out of Haaland. Now, I'm done talking with United, but to be honest, United, guys, is just unbelievable what's happening to United. It's really unbelievable. I don't know if Amorim will stick around. I don't think Ineos is gonna keep believing in this bullshit. Do you guys think Amorim will just be patient with? Do you think Ineos is gonna be patient with Amorim? I really don't think so. I don't think even the fans will be patient. They're just going in downhole. Just they're just trembling now. United, even though they signed Sesko, Mbuemo, Cunha, and all these players, man, they're still shit. They're still utter shit. I mean, Amorim is not able to find a way to win. Let's look at the table. They're sitting 14th with 2 losses, 1 win, and 1 draw. That's a bad start. That's an awful start. I mean, we used to say Tottenham were bad. At least Tottenham won 3 games and lost only 1 game. Damn. Damn. Do you guys think that Amram is the guy for United? Maybe. I really don't think Amram is the guy, to be honest, from what I'm seeing. You know, even if you're losing games and somehow you're putting on, let's say, a fingerprint in the team that you can see where the team is heading, across the tough times, you're losing, but you can still see what you're trying to build. But with United, I don't know what the hell he's doing. I genuinely don't know what Amarim plan is. I don't know what formation does he play. What kind of tactics does United play? No clue whatsoever. I really don't know. I honestly don't know what United is in terms of performance, tactically, formation. What the hell they're doing? No idea. I have no idea what United is doing, and I'm sure that United fans are really upset and frustrated from where they were with Sir Alex Ferguson to where they are currently. I never thought I would see United this bad. I thought we were that bad in the banter club as Arsenal, but United just blew me away. They just did, and I don't know if they're going to come back. To be honest, I honestly don't. I don't see any resemblance or any kind of, I would say, notion or a sign or anything that United is coming back. I really don't, and I feel sorry for United fans. And one of my friends, my good friends, Khalil MJM, if he's here in the chat or anything, man, he's a United fan, and he's sending me a message saying, "Sammy, I think I'm gonna be a Liverpool or Arsenal fan," and I understand the guy, man. The United's just shit. They're utter shit. I mean, I feel sorry. I mean, I don't, but I do. You know what I mean? They're my rivals. They're my ultimate rivals. I grew up hating United. I grew up watching United dominating. I grew up watching United, winning everything with the fucking Danny Fletcher and Michael Carrick and Park Ji-sung. And now they're unable to do anything. I mean, I'm enjoying it, but at the same time, I feel sorry for their fans. Their fans must be hiding somewhere and all, man. I wouldn't be a United fan and come out of here, man. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But hey, the last game we're gonna talk about is Spursy. Spursy won 3-0. They won 3-0 versus West Ham convincingly. I mean, I think they had a red card. Yes, they did. And Thomas Frank is a guy that I honestly rate as a coach, and you can see instantly, even from the preseason, they won against Arsenal, by the way, 1-0, and they almost won against PSG. If you guys watch the Super Cup or the Super Europe Cup, whatever you want to call it, they drew 2-2 to the champions of the Champions League, which is PSG, and arguably one of the best teams in the world. They managed to draw with them, and they went all the way to the penalties, but they lost in penalties. And to be honest, Thomas Frank, you can see what he's building. He has a structure, and Tottenham are way, way better. Honestly speaking, they are way, way better. And people are sleeping on Tottenham and not mentioning them and not giving, because nobody's expecting from them anything. I mean, when you're ending up 17th in the league, you're not expected to do it. I mean, if you're going to improve next season, maybe you're going to be top 10, top 8, top 6, if you're good. But Tottenham are moving silently. They're moving in the shadows, and they are creeping on top of the league. And rightfully so, because to be honest, I rate highly Thomas Frank. And the guy is just that good. He's that good. And you can see that from Tottenham's results. You can see that even from the way that Tottenham plays. You can see that there is a structure. Tottenham is able to, control the game. They're able to win important games. And I think Tottenham will be, the dark horse of this tournament. I genuinely believe, I hate Spursy as well. I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan, but I cannot deny that Thomas Frank took them to the next level. And compared to Ange Postecoglou, who who lost versus Arsenal for his first game. But I think Thomas Frank is demonstrating a solid structure, a really good team, and a really well played team. Tactically, he's very, very good. I think he's absolutely phenomenal. And guys, when as a Premier League, and we try to break down as much as possible when it comes to the Premier League, it's uh, every week I'm saying like Liverpool is winning, not convincingly, but winning, and Arsenal are showing really good performances. But sometimes, Arteta just puts on some weird ass formation, some weird ass tactics. I was not convinced versus United, even though we won. I was not convinced with the lineup, even versus Liverpool. I thought he was a complete coward to have that kind of formation. But overall, I think this season will be a great season. I think this season, Arsenal and Liverpool are going to go neck to neck until the end of the season. And even if Liverpool, I think I'm edging Liverpool, you know, but I think it will be, done in the last, I would say, weeks of the season. I really think so. I think Arsenal with their strengthening of the squad depth, Liverpool with the character of I mean, they are the reigning champion and they signed Isak and all that. So I have them as favorites. But I think even if they win, I think it's gonna go all the way till the end with 2, maybe 3 points maximum between us. But it's also important for Arsenal to try to compete also in other tournaments. They're supposed to try to win the FA Cup, try to win the Carabao Cup, try even in the Champions League, try your luck. But hey, guys, I had a bozo moment at the beginning, which the video was, the mic was muted, but yeah, it's okay. It's my first show for the AAR, the After Action Review. This will be held after every match week or every fixture of the Premier League. Stay tuned and tell me your thoughts. Leave a comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel, hit the like button. But I want to hear your thoughts. What you thought of the match week number 4? Who was the best team? Who was the best player? And last but not least, I want to say, take care of yourself and have a great, great evening. Ciao.